Hey, what's up, guys? Meteorologist Doug Hedia. It is Thursday afternoon, cruising right on through the work week. More storms rolling in as we go through the next several days. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to do a weather question. We're going to look at our next 3 rounds of strong to severe thunderstorms, and then we'll look a little bit long range forecast for you as well. So we'll try to kind of cover several things. Hope you're having a great Thursday. And of course, huge shout out to my boys Superior Roofing and Construction, a 4-state premier roofing contractor. If you have roofing needs, we've had so much severe weather this spring. We've had a lot of hail, wind damage. Even if you just want them to check your roof out, give them a call. Make sure you mention my name because they'll give a percentage to the Christian Hedy Foundation. All right, let's jump in. Let's see what's going on for us today. First off, weather question. What is the difference between a squall line and or a I always mess up the spelling on these, squall line or a derecho? So a squall line, we get these a lot in the summer. We get MCSs that roll through, which are big complexes of storms. And with a squall line, you may have a line of storms from Kansas City all the way down to Tulsa. And that can be a long squall line. And it's a line of storms. Usually we get bow echoes in it, which are very strong winds and sometimes microbursts. Now, derecho, in a sense, is the same thing, just much bigger scale. So our squall line or derecho would extend from, let's say, Minneapolis all the way down to Tulsa and drive across the country. And there's very intense bow echoes in a derecho where you can get winds upwards of 100 miles per hour. I remember in Joplin, Missouri, we clocked 101 on May 8th of 2009 with a derecho. Our parts of the country, we usually get them, usually one a year, or maybe about average once a year. So we don't get them very often. We usually get squall lines or supercell type storms, and of course, that's what we're going to be dealing with as we go through the next few days. All right, here's the hot spots for you today. Greatest severe risk is going to be up across central eastern parts of Nebraska, really from Lincoln over toward Omaha. There's not going to be a ton of severe weather today, but the storms that do pop off, they'll be strong to severe, and you can see that threat extend south to Wichita, Oklahoma City, all the way down toward Dallas. I do think we're going to get some storms that fire out west of Oklahoma City, west of Wichita, and they'll drive toward Joplin, but they should greatly weaken by the time they roll in. All right, right now, not a whole bunch going on. You can see a little bit of severe weather once you get over into Kentucky and also Tennessee, just a severe thunderstorm watch. But most of us are looking pretty good. We have partly mostly sunny skies, not too much going on. But again, we'll get some thunderstorms that fire later on today, really from Dodge City, possibly as far south as Lawton, maybe only one or two that push east and then die once they get into southeastern Kansas later on tonight. All right, so hot spots continue. So let's go into tomorrow. Best severe threat is really going to be from Chicago to St. Louis, maybe as far west as Branson, even southwest Missouri. As the front works through, if it can hang up a little bit, we may get one or two storms near Joplin, but most of the threat's going to be down through Arkansas and then into northeastern parts of Texas. Let's go into Saturday. Severe threat shifts back toward the west. We have a very high severe threat. So here's what's weird about Saturday. Majority of the storms will be northeastern Kansas, kind of Kansas City, back toward Lincoln, Nebraska. But if we can get a few going in the warm sector here, Wichita to Oak City, over toward Joplin, Tulsa, those could be extremely intense. So we want to watch Saturday. All right, let's go into Sunday. That severe threat shifts east. So we're looking from Chicago, Cincinnati, down to Memphis, St. Louis, Paducah, Kentucky. So those are going to be the areas. So a lot of severe weather to watch as we go through the next couple days. So let's dig into it. All right, so here's the afternoon. Look at the temps, 82 in Kansas City, 80 in Wichita, 85 in Fort Smith. Now, remember we talked about severe weather. I said one or two storms will get going. Oklahoma City to Wichita, And once they pass this I-35 corridor and push into southeastern Kansas, I think they really weaken and fall apart. So you can see by midnight, so we may get a few storms into southeastern Kansas, but the greater severe threat for large hail is going to be Wichita to Oklahoma City. Now, here on that northern edge, watch this line drop in through the night. It drops right across parts of Iowa, northern parts of Kansas. And then as we get into midday on Friday, along this front, we'll get more thunderstorms. So this is where you can see the wind shift line. So we could get some thunderstorms that pop up southeastern Kansas, Joplin, over towards Springfield. And those will have the potential to be strong to severe. Also, a few strong to severe storms once you get out across central, northern parts of Illinois. All right, let's get into Friday afternoon. Strong to severe storms from Rockford, Hannibal, Quincy, down toward West Plains, and then a few isolated guys once you get a little bit farther south. Look how the severe weather pops southern parts of Arkansas. So this is tomorrow night, and then stretching really into southern Illinois. Okay, so it's Memorial Weekend. A lot of people are going to be hitting the lakes or camping. So if you're heading Friday night, just watch those storms, especially if you're heading down toward Beaver Lake or Table Rock Lake. But then we got to get shift into Saturday. So let's go into Saturday. Majority of the day is going to be fine. So if you're out on the lakes, Grand Lake, Lake of the Ozarks, Table Rock, Beaver, Ten Killer, all the way up to Palm de Terre, or even Perry Lake, Clinton Lake, everything looks good. It's Saturday evening. Now watch this. So explosive storms. Now this is going to be a highly capped environment. So if we can get through the cap, these could be just monster storms. Very tornadic. Central Oklahoma, up toward Wichita, out toward Hays, Kansas. Now, we got to get through the cap for this to occur. So there is a chance only one or two storms pop, but if we get through that cap, they're going to be explosive storms that drive east. So here's 10 p.m. So a very high severe threat from Salina to Kansas City, southeast Kansas, Joplin, getting into northwestern Arkansas. So this is what we really want to watch. Now, after about midnight Saturday night, that severe threat will start to drop a little bit, but you can still see very intense storms from Kansas City back towards Salina, down toward Joplin, Springfield, into northwestern Arkansas. So if you are camping Saturday night, you really want to watch it, or if you're in a trailer. All right, and then these storms blow east. So here's 4:30 a.m. on Sunday. So Lake of the Ozarks up to Jeff City, Columbia, and then these storms shift east and out of here, but still you can see severe thunderstorms getting into St. Louis. So very active next few days. All right, let's do a system breakdown. We're going to start with Sunday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, even into Wednesday look pretty good. So just the gray days are days that temperatures are pretty close to normal. Thunderstorm chances next Thursday, Friday. Those could be severe, so we got to watch that. And then June 2nd, Sunday, June 2nd, we're going to watch for possibly some strong to severe storms. Then we get to the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th of June. We have two systems. That's also going to give us a severe threat. You can see the yellow days, temperatures fairly warm. Once we pass the 11th, officially severe weather season's done. But of course, as you guys know, we still get some severe weather in June, even in July, and even some in August. But officially, once we pass that system on the 11th, severe weather season is done. All right, guys, any questions, comments? Leave them in the comment section. And of course, we're going to be chatting soon.